Have you ever heard of a neighborhood where you could work, eat, sleep, and play all in the same community? Well, I'm about to introduce you to Pearland Texas's largest community, and we're gonna get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time visiting my channel, first of all, thank you so much for being here. We cover the entire greater Houston area from suburb to suburb, city to city, so you can know exactly what to expect whenever moving and relocating down here to the Houston, Texas region. And if that is the kind of content that you are looking for, hit that subscribe button down below and tap the bell icon so you can be the first to stay up to date with the current market here in Houston, Texas. My name is Andrew Lake. I'm with the Life in Houston Realty team, and we get calls and text messages from people just like yourself all the time, wondering what it's like and wanting to move down here to the Houston, Texas area. So whether you are 9 days out or 9 months out, it does not matter. Feel free to give us a call. I will leave all of my information in the description box down below, and we would be delighted and honored to help make your transition a smooth one here in Houston, Texas. Now, let's get back to the video. So the neighborhood that I'm going to be introducing to you today is actually called Shadow Creek Ranch, and it is located on the west side of Pearland, more specifically the west side of Highway 288. Now this neighborhood is crazy big. It sits on over 3,500 acres, and it has its own hospitals, clinics, grocery stores, multifamily complexes, and business centers. And what's really nice about this community is that it is strategically located right here off of Highway 288, currently where I'm sitting right now. And if you work in the medical center in Houston, Texas, it is a straight shot, and it's a super easy commute to get to work and back. And if you're in the mood for some dining or some shopping, Pearland Town Center is literally right around the corner. So let me show you what this neighborhood actually looks like at the ground level, and then I'll tell you about some stats that you need to know along the way. Let's go. Shadow Creek Ranch is the largest neighborhood in Pearland and is strategically located near 288 and FM 518 with just under a 20-minute drive to downtown Houston and the medical center. This master planned community is sitting on 3,500 acres where you can live, work, and play all in the same community. Shadow Creek consists of a whopping 12,723 home sites, and residents are zoned to the award-winning Alvin ISD school districts. Average rent here is $2,750. Average home size here is 3,134 square feet, and the average price per square foot is $156. Tax rate in Shadow Creek Ranch is 2.5%, and the annual HOA dues are $1,087. Amenities include 4 recreational centers with pools, playgrounds, tennis courts, pickleball courts, water parks, barbecue facilities, picnic pavilions, 300 acres of lakes, 700 acres of green space, and 22 miles of hiking and biking trails. So residents here in Shadow Creek are actually zoned Alvin ISD, not Pearland ISD, so don't get that confused. Also, there is a small portion of the neighborhood that is going to be in a different county altogether called Fort Bend County. But we're gonna, for the sake of this video, we're gonna just cover the largest portion of the neighborhood, which is Brazoria County. So, but like I said, in this community, in this area for Shadow Creek, you're not going to be zoned to Pearland ISD, you're going to be zoned to Alvin ISD. There are 4 elementary schools that are going to be zoned to this community. We have Mary Burks Elementary, Wilder Elementary, Glen York Elementary, and Shirley Deal Brothers Elementary. Mary Birchmark Elementary School has an overall A rating, and the current enrollment stands at 705 students with a 16:1 student-teacher ratio. Laura Ingalls Wilder Elementary School has an overall A rating. Current enrollment stands at 349 students with a 15:1 student-teacher ratio. Glen York Elementary School has an overall A rating. Current enrollment stands at 834 students with a student-to-teacher ratio at 16:1. Shirley Dill Brothers Elementary School has an overall A rating as well. Current enrollment stands at 732 students with a 15:1 student-teacher ratio. There are also two middle schools zoned to this community as well. We have Nolan Ryan Middle School, where I'm at right now, and Dr. Robert E. McNair Middle School. Nolan Ryan Junior High has an overall B+ rating. Current enrollment stands at 850 students with an 18:1 student-teacher ratio. Dr. Ronald E. McNair Junior High has an overall A rating, where the current enrollment stands at 1,012 students with a 16:1 student-teacher ratio. There is only one high school that Shadow Creek residents are zoned to, and that is Shadow Creek High School. Shadow Creek High School has an overall A rating with an A- in academics, B- in teachers, A+ for diversity, A- for clubs and activities, A for college prep, and B- for administration. The current enrollment stands at 2,584 students with a 17:1 student-teacher ratio. The average graduation rate is 98%, average SAT score is 1190, and the average ACT score is 26. So let's talk real estate. I mean, that's what this channel is all about anyways, right? So Shadow Creek is a gigantic community. So if you're considering, putting Shadow Creek on your list of contenders, there's something that I want you to know. I want you to think about your exit strategy. Now, typically with larger communities like this, if you ever needed or wanted to sell, it could take a little bit longer than normal, being that you have a lot more competition out there, meaning you have other sellers to battle up against when it comes time to sell your home. Another thing you need to know is about the traffic. So the traffic here really sucks. Maybe not so much inside the actual community itself, but especially it's more congested, or it seems more congested, like 518 and 288. And then maybe when you get over there to the town center, and then there's other areas like Shadow Creek Parkway and 288. Those general areas are typically congested like all the time, and traffic is horrendous. Now, I will say Pearland has done a tremendous job at expanding those roads, making it a little easier for commuters and easier to drive and navigate. So kudos to them for that. But forewarning, traffic sucks. But overall, I think it's a fantastic community to call your home. There's so many amenities here that could potentially really outweigh any risk or any cons that could be associated with living in Shadow Creek. And really, that's something only you can really decide. So let's talk numbers. Here are some stats that you need to know about Shadow Creek Ranch. In Shadow Creek Ranch, there are currently 55 homes on the market, offering a variety of options for potential buyers. The most expensive property is listed at $630,000, while the most affordable option starts at $325,000. The average sales price for homes in this sought-after neighborhood is $448,000, with properties typically spending on average 38 days on the market before receiving an offer or contract from a buyer. Sellers are getting close to their asking prices with a list to sales price ratio of 98%. For renters, Shadow Creek Ranch offers attractive opportunities too, with the average rent price coming in at $2,700. Shadow Creek Ranch continues to be a desirable and thriving community for buyers and renters alike. Well guys, that's gonna wrap up our Shadow Creek video. I truly hope that I was able to provide some sort of value to you and whenever you're in this research mode. And if you did find some value out of this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you can be the first to stay up to date with the current market here in Houston, Texas. So like I said earlier, whether you are 9 days out or 9 months out, it does not matter. Feel free to give us a call. I'll leave all of my information in the description box down below, and we would be delighted and honored to help make your transition to Houston a smooth one. Signing off for now, until next time.